Question number 18. There are 12 fruits in a box. 6 are apples, 4 are oranges, and 2 are bananas. Find the probability that a fruit picked at random is a banana. Okay, I'm going to do this one very basic, and then I will go to the textbook before I do this one, which is more complicated. B. Okay, so there are 12. So how many bananas are there? So if I look, there are 12 fruits, and the bananas, there are only 2. So the probability of bananas will be 2 out of 12. Okay, I want to say this. Although we are very fixed on simplifying a fraction, the one time where it's not necessary to simplify a fraction is when it comes to probability. And the reason why is especially if I'm going to do this number B. If you simplify it to 1 over 6 and you start filling in here, you can make mistakes. Okay, but if somebody writes 1 over 6, he will also be correct. Okay, so just take note of that. Now, let me first take you to the textbook. So if I go to the textbook, I'm just going to go to documents, going to question 18B, and let's see where in the textbook am I. I'm at, okay, let's just write, page 648. Did you see 648? In the textbook, that's book 2, and the chapter is probability and statistics. Now, let's look at this example. Now, I'm going to read because this is combined events. And in this case, it's going to be dependent events. Okay, but first just go through this. Gerard has 8 sweets. 4 sweets are oranges. So 4 oranges, 3 are lemon, and 1 are strawberry. He chooses 2 of the sweets at random. Find the probability that the 2 sweets have different flavors. Okay, now this is dependent in this because if he take a sweet, he's not replacing it back in the bag. He's eating it. He's taking it for himself. So if there was 8 sweets and he's taking 1, then there will only be 7 sweets. And that's why we call it dependent trees or probability. Okay, so just take note of that. If you replace it like a ball, then it's independent. But this question, as well as the one in the question paper, is dependent. Okay, so let's just look. If I make a tree, so for the first, I'm just doing now this part. This is the first time you take a sweet. What is the probability? Now again, I said, do not simplify the fractions in this step. Very important. So we have 4 oranges, 4 out of 8. You have 3 out of 8 lemon, and you have 1 out of 8 strawberry. So don't simplify that 4 over 8. Now, for the second, because he was eating 1, so he ate 1. So basically, there's not 8 sweets anymore. There's just 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So for this, we assume, for this branch, we assume it was an orange. So there's now not 4 oranges anymore. There's only 3. But the rest is the same. 3 and 1. Because at the end, that 3 plus 6, 7. So it must add to 7 over 7. Just like if you say 4 plus 3 plus 1, you must get 8 over 8. Okay. Cancel. It was not an orange. Oh, it was a lemon. Okay. So now, if it was a lemon, go in the lemon and make it 1 less. It was 3 and now it's 2. But the rest is the same. 4 and 1. Cancel that again. Oh, it was not a lemon. It was a strawberry. So if there was just 1 and he ate a strawberry, there's 0 strawberries. But the rest is the same. It can happen, and I will now show you, I think it's in the question, that he goes for a third option or for a third sweet. Then, say for example, it's in lemon. Then if it was 3, okay, remember, that was 8 sweets. Then there was 7 sweets. Then there was 6. So if there was 3 lemon, then it's 2, then it's 1. So usually they will just, if they go for a third draw or a third eating of a sweet, then they will just take orange, 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 or strawberry, 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 or lemon, lemon, lemon. They will try to make it easier. Okay, so then let's just go back you choose 2 of the sweets at random. Find the probability that the 2 sweets have different flavors. Now, different flavors, so they cannot be. So the ones that you must eliminate. Okay, let's just take this. So the ones that you must take out is the same flavor. And that will be orange, orange, lemon, lemon, strawberry, strawberry. So that's the one that you must take out. Or you can go for the options, because the options that you really want is this options. Orange, lemon, orange, strawberry, lemon, this, 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 this. That is the ones that you really want. So you can either just take all this, and you can, and just remember that I just interrupt myself. You can never just work. If it's a tree, you must always in the branches. Okay, remember, can I just get mine? So in the branches, I multiply. But if I want to combine 2 branches, after I multiply, I add. So if you want to say 2 different colors, you can go and you can multiply all the different branches and then add that 4 results. That was one option. Or you would have also get that 19 over 28. Or you can say, okay, I'm going to work out, and every time I'm with the hand and not with the pointer. Okay, I can go the same colors. Okay, so orange, orange, lemon flavor, lemon, lemon, strawberry, strawberry. So I work out the red. Do you see? So can I just show you? That was the red lines. So the 3 different red lines. And then I add it up. And then I know that if, this is very important, if I have a tree and all the branches, do you see? All the branches will always add up to 1. Okay, to a certainty. So then I just subtract and I also get 19 over 28. That's also a method. Okay, but you could have worked with the green and just multiply the different branches and add in a branch you multiply, over branches you add up. So Gerrit now choose a 3rd sweet. Find the probability the 3rd sweet are lemon. So if that, and that was what I showed you there. And now in the branches, remember what I said in the branches? In the branches, I just multiply. Okay. And then I'm just going to say it's this, multiply this, and I just add up. And I'm just getting my 1 over 56. Okay, that should have helped you a little bit. Now not a little bit, I think quite a lot. Okay, let's just go back to the question paper. And can I just repeat the page? I just want to show you again the page. It was in the textbook. It was part 2, and it was on page 648. Okay, let's go back to the question paper. There's the question paper, and there it is. Okay, so now I start with this question, having that knowledge, and I'm just going to say, okay, where is my pen? 2 fruits are picked at random. Complete the tree diagram to show the probability of picking 2 fruits at random without replacement. It's almost like you eat the sweets. You're not putting it back. So very important. And they helped you. Look how they helped you. Because it was 12 and they showed you 11. So it means all this will be 11. I'm already going to show it to you. 11. I'm just going to fill in now the top. Okay. And this 11. Okay, so basically, and this is also 11. Okay, now I'm just going to say, okay, and I can go back. It's easy. There was 6 apples. There was 4 oranges. Oh, interesting that they call that 6 and they didn't make that a 4. That is interesting. Okay, so 4. And then 2 are bananas. So you worked out bananas. That's why they helped you to work out. So it was 2. Okay, let me rather put it here. 2 out of 12. And remember what I said, don't simplify. And now I just start. Now for this one, I assume it was an apple. So if it was an apple, it's 6. Now it will only be 5. but the rest will be the same. So again, how can I test? I can say 5 plus 4 is 9, 10, 11. Remember, it must add up 11 over 11. For this one, now I cancel the assume. Oh, it was now not an apple. It was an orange. So it's not 4. If one orange is away, then there will only be 3 oranges. Okay, the rest is fine. And then the last one here. Okay, I'm just going to say, oh, or everything cancelled. It was not an apple. It was not an orange. It was actually a banana. So instead of 2 bananas, 1 is gone. So it's 1 banana left. But don't forget you have to fill in that one. And that was 6. So again, 6 plus 4, it's 10 plus 1 is 11. So always make sure that if you add the numerators, you get the answer of the denominator. Okay, that is filled in. And then, now I go to the, so they say if you have 4 correct, you will get 2 marks. And if you only have 2 correct, you will only get 1 mark. Okay, but now comes the questions. Now I'm just going to the next page and I'm just going to use this diagram. I'll just come back to it. Okay, here I am. Now, use the tree diagram to find the probability that the 2 fruits picked are both oranges. Now, I have to first go to that branch. Okay, so oranges. So that is not going to be so difficult. So both oranges. So it's just going to be this one. Orange, orange. So basically, I'm just going to take this one and multiply it with this one. Okay, so let's go and do it on the next page. So the probability both oranges, and it's going to be that 4 over 12 times 3 over 11, and that is going to be 12 over 132. Or you can say 1 over 11. It's fine. So 12 over 132 or 1 over 11. But as I said, it's not necessary to simplify the fractions here. Okay, let's go on. An apple and an orange. But it can be orange apple or apple orange. Let's go back first. An apple and an orange. So let's just go and see. An apple. Now let's just get another color. An apple and an orange. Okay? But then there's another one. An orange and an apple. So it's this one times this one. Are you with me? And this one times this one. And then don't forget, over the branches, what do I do? Add. In the branches, what do I do? Multiply. So let's go to the next one. So it's going to be, okay, I can write in blue actually. So probability, apple and orange, you can just call it the O also. And then your space is more. So I'm just going to give you a bit of a hint, not that it's really, but I think it's better that we just call it like this. Apple and orange. Okay, so it's going to be 6 over 12 times 4 over 11 plus 4 over 12 times 6 over 11. Okay, and then it's just going to be 24 over 132 plus another 24 over 132, and that is 48 over 132, or that is now in this space, or if you want 4 over 11. But as I said, you can leave it unsimplified. Okay, now the next one. At least one is a banana. Now that is actually it's actually a bit interesting one. So at least one is a banana. Okay, so it means it can be 1 bananas or 2 bananas. Now there's actually quite a lot. Okay, let me show you. So there is a banana. Do you see? There is a banana. And then there is a banana. There is a banana. And there is 2. So it can be either 1 or 2 bananas. So it's basically this that I multiply, this that I multiply, this that I multiply, this that I multiply, and this that I multiply. Okay. And then don't forget, over the branches, what do I do over the branches? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's going to be 1 plus that one. Then there is 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, let me just go and put it. So it's all the blue. So in the as I say, in the branches you multiply, and if you want to find the result of branches, you add it up. So let's just go. So I'm just going to go back to my blue, and I'm just going to start. So it was okay. Probability at least. It's not necessary, banana, that you write that. Okay, because, especially because otherwise just write it on top and then start. Because it's 6 over 12 times 2 over 11 plus 4 over 12 times 2 over 11 plus 2 over 12 plus 6 over 11 plus 2 over 12 multiplied 4 over 11 plus 2 over 12 multiply 1 over 11. Okay, and if I simplify, this is going to be 12 over 132 plus 8 over 132 plus 12, this is this one, over 132 plus this one, 8 over 132 plus 2 over 132. Okay, and then if I add up all of this, I'm going to get, okay, and that is going to be 42 over 132. Or, so it can be 42 over 132, or they say 21, just to simplifying, or 7 over 22. Okay, and that will be the last one. I would actually say this one could have counted for me a little bit more marks, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. That is the method how you do it. I just want to show you the other method also. This is also the method that you could have followed. If you see all the blue, and you know that all the branches, and there's actually 1, 2, 3, and then it's 6, and it's 9. That if you add up all of them, after you multiply, it will be 1. So other method to come to the blue is that you could have, and I just want to show you, you could have worked out this branch, the brown ones. Do you see? Maybe that would have been less. So because then it's only 4. And then you could have said, okay, I will take 1 minus, and I will just, don't forget that you will just add up that 4. Okay, which will be then this times this plus this times this plus this times this plus this times this. And that would have gave you 1 minus 90 over 132. And it would have bring you to the same answer. I just wanted to mention that you could have followed that method also. And this is the last question of the question paper. Question 19. The table shows the time in minutes that 160 learners spent on studying each day. Okay, and then they give it to you as intervals. Now, complete the cumulative frequency table. So I see it's cumulative. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm first going to take you also to the textbook. So let's just go to the textbook and let's just see page, this one, the last one, 19. Okay. Okay, so let's look at this example. Example 33. And I just want to tell you where in the textbook, okay, so it's also part 2. It's page 685 and it's Statistics and probability, but this is statistics. Okay, so there is the question. Let's start. Ricardo asked 200 people how much they spent each year on books. The results are shown in the table below. Okay. Make a cumulative frequency table for the data. Now, cumulative means adding up. So as soon as you're going to start 0, 0, then you're going to start adding up. Then if you add up, you're going to say, okay, the first one's 50. That's up to 200. Okay, so in this case, they didn't help you. In the question paper, they help you. So it's actually these values that we are taking. And then it was 0, 0. So then if it's 200, it was 50, smaller and equal to 200. And then smaller and equal to 40, I'm taking this 2 and I add it up. Okay, and I get 90. And then for 600, I add this 48 up also, and I get 138. And then for 800, I add this one up also, and I get 168. And then for this one, I add up this 32 also, and I get 200. So it's just adding, and every time until that value will be exactly like they gave you there. Okay. Then using a scale and represent, draw the cumulative. Now, as soon as you plot, remember, this is now your coordinate points. So 0, 0. So that's your first one. Then at 50, okay, so there is going to be 50. And then at 50, let's just see, smaller and equal to 200. That this is the money. Okay, so it was 200. At 200, it was 50. So just make sure that you don't get confused between these two. So in this case, it's the amount. Okay, you see that's your x value. So the coordinate is 0, 0. This coordinate is 250. This one, and so on. So then at 400, it's going to be 90. Okay. And I continue 600 until I have that point. Now, remember, this is almost like an S, but a stretch out S. So it's a curve. I see they say you can also draw it with a ruler, but I prefer to draw it with a curve. So then they start with the questions on it. And then they start by saying, use the graph to find the median. Now, the median is quartile 2. Now, quartile 2, you will first work out a half of the total frequency. Okay, that is in the middle. So can I just show you again? It's quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3. Okay, so that will be a quarter, that will be 2 quarters, and that will be 3 quarters of the total frequency. Okay, but that is just the position. So I must get at 100. So if I look at 100, I'm just going to start. Okay, so basically, I'm just going to read it down. So I'm just going to say there. Do you see? There is 100, the frequency. So then don't forget that you must do it like that. You must, yes, draw and where it cuts. It's not the answer. That median is where you read down here on this money axis. That is just the place to start with your line. Then the lower quartile, as I said, it's a quarter. So a quarter of the total, it's going to be 50. And again, that is just the line. And so you're going to find 50. There is 50. And again, my pen. And it's going to be like that. Okay. And then the next one, 3 quarters. So it's 3 quarters times 200. It's 150. And then it's just going to be, there is 150, and when it cuts, it's just going to be like that. Okay, and then I read down my quartiles here. So this is, let's just get my pen correct. This is quartile 1, this is quartile 2, this is quartile 3. And I just read. And then don't forget the interquartile range. I don't know if they ask it here. Let me see. The interquartile range. That will also always be Q3. And I just show you. That will be that one minus that answer. Not the answer that you were reading. So it's this one minus that one. And that's the interquartile range. I think that is going to help you in the question paper. Okay, I know it's going to help you. Let's just go to the question paper. Okay. So let's start. The table shows the minutes and then they give you the table. And here comes the cumulative frequency. And as I said, they were very nice because what they did is they helped you. You see, they already wrote that 40, the end values there for you. So you can basically just take your calculator, there's the 26, and then you can start and say 26 plus 40, and that will be 66. So keep the 66 and add the 50, and that's 116. And add the 30, that's 146. And add the 14, and that's 160. Okay, so that will, and I will get 2 marks for that. So 1 mark for two correct. If you have only 2 correct, you only get 1 mark. Otherwise, you get both if you have all correct. Now, using 2 centimeter to represent 20 units on each axis, use the information to draw the cumulative frequency diagram. Okay, so again, remember, this is the points I'm going to plot. Now, I just want to go to my graph, and I just want to say, that is my time. So this is going to be, so it's 20, 26, 40, 66, 60, 116, and so forth. Okay, so let's just start here. Now, as I said, usually my graphs is a bit more challenging than yours to see all that lines so nice. Okay, I think it will work like that. Let's just get your lines nicely, and let's just do that. So this one will be, I'm going to first mark it. That's going to be the time spent studying. And that's in minutes. Okay, and then they said 220, so it means 20, and then another 240, and another 260, and another 280, and another 2, sometimes it's just difficult seeing that 2, there, and that is 100. Okay, then it's exactly the same here. Okay, I'm just going to go a little bit bigger. Okay. And then it's just going to be like this. And I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm just going to mark my 2's. Now, as I said, I'm sometimes just struggle a little bit more to see my lines. For you, it will maybe be a little bit easier to see that lines, especially now this one, to see again that one. Okay, and then to see, I just want to see if I make it a bit bigger. Come on. If I see it better. Okay, I think this one was maybe not so nice. Okay, so let's just see, then it was this one, and then it's going to be 5, 5, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, come on. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. I think that one is again better. Some of the lines, yours will not be a problem. It's just due to my technology that I struggle a little bit more. Okay, let's just make it bigger again. So then this is going to be 20. This is going to be 40. This is going to be 60. This is 80. This is 100. This is 120. This is 140. This is 160. And I call this the cumulative frequency. Okay, cumulative frequency. Okay, and then I'm just going to start and I'm going to plot all my points. Now, the points is on the previous page, so I'm just going, so it's at 20, it will be 26. So remember, every block is counting 2. So 2, okay, I'm just going to make it bigger that you see it better. So at 20, it will be 2, 4, 6. Okay, and then at 40, it will be 66. So there is my 40, then it's 2 for there. And then at 60, it's 116. Okay. So at 60, I think that one will still fit. So at 60, it's 116. So 10, 12, 14, 16. And then at 80, it's 146. So now I have to go a little bit. So 146. So at 80, it's okay, there is 80. There is 140. And it's 146. 81 for 246 there. And then at 100, oh, luckily 160. That one I see better. Okay, I really struggled a little bit seeing this. Okay, but then I just go and up to 0. So always remember that you go to 0. So the first point that you plant was that 0, 0. Okay, there is my curve. Okay, so for that, if you plot all the points, you will get full marks, and full marks will be, let me just see, 4 marks, and then, but then all, and 3 or 4, you will just get 3 marks. Okay, now, if you plot all the points, you will get 3 marks, 1 for the curve. And if you plot just 3 or 4, then you will get 2 marks. Okay, but doesn't matter. 3 for plotting all the points. So don't skip any point. Mark it very nice and clear. They're going to check if all your points is plotted correctly. Now they start. And I'm going to, and I will come back and I will go. So they start and they say, use the cumulative frequency in part B on the graph paper to find the lower quartile. But don't forget, we start, lower quartile is a quarter of the frequency. And what is the total frequency? It's that 160. But that's not the answer. That's 40. That's just where you're going to start on the vertical line. So you're going to go to 40. I'm just going to, it's actually working sometimes nice on this. So I'm going to go to 40, and where it intersects, I'm just going to go straight down, and I'm going to read down there. Now, if I was reading down there, it looks like 28. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm just going to write it. Okay, 28. I will now. So this is Q1. I'm just going to, yes. So let's first go back, previous, and that's going to be 28. Let's go up. The upper quartile. So that's 3/4 of 1. At first, get your vertical position, and that's 120. So that's just the position. So I go to 120. Oh, that is nice. I like it if it's so nice and I don't have to struggle seeing the positions. And then I just go down and it looks like 62. I did a good graph. 62. I'll tell you now what is the ranges they gave you. Okay, so it was 62. Maybe I'll tell you already. So they look at your graph, and if you were between 26 and 30, any of that numbers, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, then you were correct. If you're between 60 to 64, 61, 60, 60, 61, 62, 63, 60, then you were correct. And now the interquartile range, don't forget what I said, it's Q3 minus Q1, which is now my Q3. Remember, this is Q3, this is Q1. Q3, 60 minus the 28, and that will be 34. Okay. And then the number of learners who studied for over half an hour each day. Over. That is very important. That means more. Okay. I'm very good. I like the statistics. It looks like the students are studying. Okay. So over half an hour. Half an hour is going to be 30 minutes. Okay. So I must go to my 30 minutes. Let's just get, where is my 30 minutes? Okay, so I think it's going to be here, and I just want to get that. So it's going to be up, 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 where it intersects. Now it's from the horizontal to the vertical. Okay, and it's looking like I'm getting it here. That looks correct. Looks like 40. Oh, my pen. 44. Okay, 44. But that's not. That is over. That's 44 students who were a little bit lazy. The most of them were not so lazy. So I will say, to get that answer, I will say I take the total. It's just the 44 that were lazy. Please don't be lazy in your examinations. It's your final examination in grade 11, and it's going to determine if you can go to AS level. So leave the other things, leave the internet, leave the watching too many other videos, and just focus on your work. Then you're going to have a nice holiday. Okay, so this was the question paper of 2020. I'm going to also do the question paper of 2021.